Math 8, Unit 4, Graphing and Slope, Lesson 13. Solving system of linear equations using guess and check. Now, guess and check is a method that is actually, it can be time consuming. If you make really good guesses, it can go rather quickly, but it's a good method to understand because it's probably going to be one of your most used methods when you are solving problems in your real life. You're going to guess what you think the answer is and then see if it is right. If it's not, you can make an adjustment. So let's look at this system right here. Y equals 2x minus 2, y equals negative 3x plus 13. We're not going to graph it. We're not going to use the transitive property. We're just going to guess what the answer is. And over here is where I'm going to do my checking. So the way we're going to guess is we're going to pick an x and figure out what the y is in each equation. And we're going to go until we find the same y for both equations. So we're going to think of this as y1 and this is y2. So a great easy place to start is with x as 0 because that's just your y-intercepts. If I plug in 0 here, that's 2 times 0 minus 2. That is just 0. If I plug in 0 here, that's not 0. 2 times 0 minus 2 is negative 2. Negative 3 times 0 plus 13 is 13. Those are not the same, so we need to pick something else. Well, 0 is definitely not it. We could try something bigger than 0. Let's try 1. 2 times 1 minus 2, that's 2 minus 2 is 0. And 2 times, or not 2, this is going to be negative 3 times 1 plus 13. That's negative 3 plus 13, that's 10. Now I want you to notice that these went from being 15 apart to being only 10 apart. They have gotten closer. So I am going in the right direction. I could go 2, 3, 4. I think I'm going to skip a little bit and try 3. If I try 3, I can do 2 times 3 minus 2. That's 6 minus 2, which is 4. I can do negative 3 times 3 plus 13. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9, plus 13 is 4. This is it. The answer is 3 for x, 4 for y. And that's using guess and check. I actually got it on my third guess. It's not just random guessing. The first one was a random guess. But after each guess, you make a better guess next time. The reason I skipped and went to 3 is I noticed they were 15 apart and 10 apart. If I just went to 2, they'd probably be 5 apart. And then I skipped down to where they'll be 0 apart, being the same. So we did get the answer through guess and check. And since we used guess and check, we already checked. We know that's the solution. Okay, let's do a situation problem. This is where guess and check method is going to be the most beneficial. Jack and Jill are on a sales team and have 20 items that they each help sell in one day. Jack sells the items for $3 each in town. Jill sells them for $5 each, traveling door to door in the suburbs. At the end of the day, they bring all their money together and have $72. How many items were sold in town and how many were sold door to door? All right, so doing guess and check, we've got 20 items that they're selling. We've got Jack, Jill, and we've got the amount of money that they're going to make together. So I'm going to start with just saying 10 each because they are selling 20. And let's see what that gives us. Well, Jack's selling $3 each in town, that's $30. And Jill is going to make 10 times 5, $50. That's $80. So that's a little bit too much. Our target is to get $72. 80 is a little bit too much. Now, My first guess of 10 and 10, it wasn't bad. 80 is pretty close to 72. What I do need to do is think, what do I do for my next guess? I need to make less money than 80. If you're going less than 80, you need to make less money. I need to make more $3 items and fewer $5 items. So let's just try 12 and 8 and see what that happens. So that's just going a little bit in the other direction. So 12 times 3 is $36 made there. 5 times 8 is 40. 36 plus 40 is $76 made. So I am not quite to the right place, but I am getting there. Now, with what I've learned so far, I can make a really good guess for the next one. It looks like when Jack sold 2 more, the total money made went down by 4. I need to go down by 4 again. So I'm going to try 14.6 because those add up to 20 items sold. Now 14 items sold at $3 a piece is $42. 6 items sold at $5 a piece is $30. That gives us a total of $72. And we have just solved it. In order for them to have made $72, Jack sold 14 items and Jill sold 6 items. Jack didn't sell them for as much money as Jill did, but he ended up selling more. Maybe when you're in town, there's more people available. Well, you're also selling it for a lower price. If you sell for a lower price, more people are willing to buy, generally. Okay, let's look at another one. We'll use guess and check here as well. The measure of an obtuse angle in an isosceles triangle is 2.5 times the measure of one base angle. Find the measure of all the angles. Well, if it's 2.5 times, one other thing is the angles do have to add up to 180. So just some wild guess, let's say that each of these are 20 degrees. What is 2.5 times 20? 20 times 2.5 would be 50. So my first guess is that my angles are 20, 20, and I guess 50. But if I add those all together, that is only 90 degrees. That is not 180. But with my next guess, I know if I need to get to 180 and I made it to 90, if I double everything, that should do it for me. So let's try a 40 degree angle and 40 degree angle. And 40 times 2.5 is 100. So a 40, 40, 100, that does add up to 180. So the measure of all the angles would be 40 degrees, 40 degrees, and 100 degrees. And that was just getting a quick guess. 20, I just kind of pulled that out of thin air. 20, 20, and 50. That didn't work, but it did give me enough information to make a better guess. That's how guess and check works. Okay, let's look at another example. Adult tickets sell for $7 and child tickets sell for $5. 19 tickets were sold for $119. How many of each type of ticket were sold? All right, so here we're going to make some guesses. We've got adult tickets, child tickets, and the amount made. They need to add up to 19. So let's just start with 10 and 9, kind of right in the middle. So if I sell 10 adult tickets for $7, that's $70. If I sell 9 child tickets for $5 each, that's $45. 70 plus 45 is $115. Wow, that is a good guess. That's really close to the target of $119. So after my first guess, I need to, it looks like I've got to spend a little bit more than $115. So let's just go a little bit more of the adult tickets. One more adult ticket, one less child ticket. 11 times 7 is $77. 8 times 5, that's $40. That's $117. We didn't make it there on our second guess, but I think for sure we will make it on our next guess because I noticed that 115, 117, the next thing has to be 119. So let's go with 12 adult tickets and 7 child tickets. Well, 12 times 7 is 84. 7 times 5 is 35, and that together makes 119. And we got to our target amount. So it looks like we did 12 adult tickets and 7 child tickets. And that's solved using guess and check methods. These can, of course, be solved using a method where you would write an equation and then maybe use the transitive property or graph them, and you would get the same answers. In your practice, on number 1, you're going to do the same problem 3 times. 1 doing guess and check, then by graphing, then by the transitive property. Because they're the exact same system, you are going to get the exact same answer all 3 times. You need to show the process. You're going to do it again for another system with part D, E, and F. Do the guess and check first, and then do the graph and then the transitive property. Number 2, fill in the blanks in each problem so the system has the indicated number of solutions. You're going to have a problem like this on the test, by the way, where you have to fill in the blanks. If we want it to have no solution, remember, no solution, the slopes are the same, but the y-intercepts have to be different. For one solution, the slopes just have to be different, and for infinitely many, they have to be the exact same equation. Number 3, find the slope of the line through those 2 points, and then you're going to find the equation of the line through those same 2 points. So the answer to part 3 is going to help you on part 4. Number 5 is a review of angle measures, and it's a multiple choice. Find the measure of angle 2. Number 6 is solving an equation. We did that not only back in Unit 1, but we did it in the last lesson. Then you're going to use guess and check. An interesting problem here. The sum of the digits of a 2-digit number is 8. If the digits are reversed, the number increases by 44. What's the original number? So if the sum of the digits is 8, 44 is a good example of that. 44, 4 plus 4 is 8. So 44 is a 2-digit number where the numbers add up to 8. But if I reverse 44, it's still 44. It did not get bigger by 36. There's only a very small number of 2-digit numbers that have the property that their digits add up to 8. Number 8, you're going to write an equation for both of these lines. Why can't I think right now? This airplane goes from this point to the airport. This airplane's also going to the airport. You're going to write an equation for this line, and then use the transitive property to solve, and you should get this as your solution because it is a line common to both of them.